Hello, everyone. This is the Grizzlies yet again. This time, our boys will be included into this Grizzly match. They'll make loud noises. They'll screech. They'll scream. They'll enjoy themselves. This is just going to be a quick, short one because I realize, guys, you guys in Social Galactic and other places might have not heard. See, there's this silly game I play called Star Citizen, which is technically in Forever Development Land, Forever Alpha Land, forever, evermore, evermore. What's the? I'm not going to try and quote Poe right now because Poe annoys me anyway. So, basically, yeah, it's too early in the morning to try and be poetic. Speaking of which,
then don't try to be poetic.
Wife tells a writer not to be poetic. You know what? Fine. I'm gonna get to the point here. The point is, because of I'm sure you've heard of games like this that are like in the forever development stage. They can be fun, but they're usually really buggy and they have problems. You never know if you're actually going to enjoy it or not. But it could look really good because generally they have really interesting concepts that bring people in, even though they're probably going to forever be in development. And look, the way I see it with this is, in Star Citizen's case at least, that just means we're always going to get new content. And I'm okay with that. But obviously, that means there's a higher degree of risk in trying it out. So, here. Today is the start of IAE week, or I forget exactly what they call it. Basically, it's a big sales week and a FreeFly event, which means you can play the game for free. Flying! And try out a bunch of different ships for free and what there is to offer in the game, and most importantly of all in my book, see if your computer can actually... Ah! My son has attacked me. Hey, easy, son. There goes my mic. Anyway. Ah! Oh! Excuse me a moment. Ow! Ow! Okay, there you go, son. Son?
He stepped on you.
Yeah, viciously. It's like pulling out flesh. Anyway.
Shockers.
As I was saying, this is the perfect time to try the game out because it's going to be free. You can download it for free, and every day for the weekend and a few days into the next week, they're going to have a different set of ships that you can try out. Now, because Star Citizen is all about immersion and being weird and different, this is a little more complicated than your standard, demo or, try the game for free that you might find on Steam, which is, you would just go to the site, click the button, it downloads, you play it, have fun. Oh, no. As you'll find out if you get into Star Citizen, that everything's a little more complicated than that. Yes, sometimes I wish they'd make it more simple, but on the other hand, the more complications means
An IQ test.
Yes, and of course, the more higher complication means there's more things you can get out of it. So in this case, right, you're gonna want to go to robertspaceindustries.com. I'll put, maybe I'll show it on screen. I know the game is Star Citizen. The company's name is CIG. But you go to a site called robertspaceindustries.com. See, first layer of complication that seems completely unnecessary. But it's for immersion. Part of the site is basically in lore. Like, the idea is you're in lore while you're in the site, but then not the whole thing. So part of me wonders why they bother. But you know what? Hey, I appreciate the attempt. So, you go to Robert Space Industry. They should have a little thing pop up here that gives you instructions on how to do it, but you will need to make an account. They might do something where you need a code. I'll give them this.
One of those
things, yes. But it should be right on the cover of the front page here. You click on it, you go in, and then after you get that set up and you set up your account, by the way, I'll leave a code in the description of this video so that when you're making your CIG or RSI account or whatever they call it, there'll be this thing up the corner. You can use this code, and if you decide you do want to play the game and deal with all the shenanigans and have a good time, you can use this to get a little more starter money when you play. So fake money, not real money, lads. I'm not rich. But so after that, and you download the client, and you download the game, and your computer doesn't explode. I hope. you 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 then will get in the game, and it'll want you to do. It'll give you three options. So it'll say, go in the universe, go into. I forget what it's called. There's a Star Marine, and then like there's something where you play Starfighters. Click the top option that says go into the persistent universe. It'll have you create a character, and then it'll come up to a screen and it'll ask you, where do you want to start, good sir? And you want to pick New Babbage or Microtech, okay? Because that's where all the festivities are happening. You're like, what do you mean festivities? Okay, so it's an in-game lore event where it's essentially an expo hall, but for spaceships. Think of it as a car show coming to town.
But in space.
But in space, so you have to go to the right planet. So it's easier just to start at the right planet rather than trying to fly to it. Yeah. They'll give you a ship right off the bat to just fly around in. My wife is trying to distract me. What is this? Dad doesn't want a dog. Family gets a dog anyway. Dad and dog. You sorry. Hey, why don't I laugh at a meme you guys can't? You know what? Download that meme and I'll put it in the video, babe.
Sounds good.
Right then, so people know what I was looking at. Brilliant. Why have I never thought of that before? Anyway, so
Yeah, what happened?
You're a butt to me.
A very pretty one.
Oh Lord. So when you start up, you'll wake up in a hab. Oh, well, that was on the video. To be fair, I did just tell her to send me a photo. Oh well. So you wake up in the hab. You can stand up by pressing Y or holding Y, like Y, or holding F, which basically brings up any actions you can do around you. If you hold F and you look around, words will pop up and say, "Get up." Click on "Get up." And this is how you interact with everything. Doors.
You basically click on the command.
But you have to hold F for it to come up. For faggot. Hold F for faggot, and you can click on things.
Hold F for fart.
Hold F for fart faggot. And now, right, go to the door. Now, the funny thing about Star Citizen, remember I said that things are more complicated in Star Citizen, and you're either going to enjoy it or going to hate it, but it's more immersive and blah, blah, blah. Well, you actually have to physically go places. It's not just like teleport here, teleport there. So when you wake up in your apartment building, you have to go down your little elevator. It'll be down the hall. And then you got to go to the train. Yes, the train.
Then you get inside the train.
And then you get in the train, but the train's actually going to physically move around, which means you might have to wait for the train. It's never more than like a minute. And then, when you're on the train...
Hope the game doesn't glitch.
Yes.
Or else you'll be on another
and
ending
you'll
ride.
die. Be aware.
From motion sickness.
Be aware, since this is a FreeFly event, there's going to be a lot of people on. So, it may take a couple of tries to get to where you want to go. But, you want to get on the train station.
Get to where I'm going.
Yes. And then you'll want to get off at the expo hall. Now, the train is on a giant loop. So if you miss your station, either hang out on the train till it comes up again, which could take a little while, but you get to enjoy the scenery.
Sightseeing.
Yes. Or you can hop off on the next station, go onto the other side of the tracks, and catch the train going in the other direction.
Which would take
less time, but it's more complicated. So your choice if you think you can handle it.
I'm the type of person who would just stay on the train.
Well, it's a pretty game. Trust me. It sounds boring, but the first time you're in Star Citizen, part of you just wants to stay on the train. It's really hilarious, actually. One of my favorite things is to watch videos of people jumping on for the first time and just like freaking out at everything. Look at those! Look at those bolts on the thing. Animated those bolts. Look how big the game is. Wow!
Tourist for the day.
Yes. Even worse.
Here, look, it's Clint Eastwood.
No, I think it's more of a Japanese tourist in this case.
Oh, you're
You know
right.
who that was? Clint Eastwood. I'm not quoting Crocodile Dundee. You're quoting Crocodile Dundee. So.
The Dundee of the crocodile.
So.
At least it's not gung.
When you get off at the at the expo hall, right? Okay. When you get off at the expo hall, you'll go in, you'll see all this stuff. It'll be fun. Make sure press F1 at this point and look at your balance. It'll tell you how much credits you have. I don't know if they give you a particular amount or anything. If you use the code, you should have more, and that way if you buy any of the jackets or anything in the expo hall, if you're gonna run out. Just a thought before you just buy stuff for the character to wear. And then you'll want to go to these elevators, and they'll take you to the actual expo hall. Yeah, yes. And are you looking at something, or you're just laughing at me, wife? Anyway, and
I'm not laughing at you. I'm actually excited because, well, not excited.
She'll tell me after the video. So,
it's the trial stuff.
So, when you get there, this is where all the spaceships are going to be that are on display. So every single day, should be every day, a different set of spaceships will be in this expo hall to try out until the until the sales event is over. Now, except for Drake, which will be in a different place. But you know what? If you get that far, somebody else will tell you where to find it. So, the first one, I believe, is Anvil, and there'll be a ton of different spaceships to check. All you got to do is walk up to a spaceship, hold F for faggot, what did we say? Fart faggot, and then click rent, and you'll get to...
You rent a fart?
Yes, you rent a fart faggot spaceship, and you get it for that entire day, for, exactly 24 hours at the point that you click the button. So if you click it at 9 p.m., you get it till 9 p.m. on the next day. Simple, easy. So, and I'd recommend renting all the fart faggots, because they're whores, and you can try them all out while you're playing Star Citizen. Yeah. If your computer is running, and you're kind of enjoying yourself, and you want to look around, then I recommend leaving the expo hall, going back to the train, all the way back to the train, baby. And this time, ride the train. But don't get...
Yeah, you ride that train.
Yeah, you ride that train.
You're gonna like it.
Yeah. Oh, man. So...
That's how train wrecks happen.
Oh, dear. There's a couple things of what you might want to do. If you want to just fly spaceships around, sweet. If you want to try some first-person shooting...
Go to the store.
Yes. Good job, wife. Wife knows what I was going to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
And again,
look around the restaurants and nice little bar area.
Yeah, you can do that too if you want to sightsee. So, if you want to just get into flying spaceships, then get on the train and go to the spaceport. Which, I think they just call it a spaceport. And in New Babbage, it's pretty obvious because it's the long run, the train takes this extremely long stretch to get to the spaceport. It'll be this big building out of town.
It's like walking to the garage and back.
Not that, no. The long stretch is like
if you have a really big garage, like a shed, or like an auto mechanics on your property, and you gotta walk over to it, and it's next to like the barn area.
Sure, if your property is like 100 acres.
No, it's not 100 acres.
Well, yeah, in this case, it's 100 acres.
Well, if it's a half an acre, you just walk over it. I mean...
Well, you're riding a train.
Oh, no. You could ride a lawnmower.
Ride a lawnmower train.
My great-grandfather used to just run his riding lawnmower all around the property.
Don't take the lawnmower, take the train. So take the train to the space station. You'll go up. It'll be another set of elevators. Lawnmower. Lawnmower whore. So you'll go up, and after taking your elevators, I forget there'll be a hologram and stuff, and then you'll want to go to the set of screens here.
Oh, that's kinky.
And using your fart faggot button again, you click on the screen, and then it'll give you a list of all the ships that you have access to after renting them. Pick one that you thought looked special and cool.
Then you're gonna have to wait a while, right?
Nope.
To get out of the hangar?
Not exactly. You click the button on the side that says retrieve. It has a little weird arrow icon. Then it'll tell you on the screen which hangar to go to. Yes, this is important because the hangars are physicalized, and you're not, it's not like other games where you hop in the elevator or the thing and it just takes you right to your ship. You can go to the wrong hangar, which is actually kind of funny. Also, people can follow you to your hangar and attempt to steal your ship. So, there's something to think about.
I advise you get yourself a gun and then go to the ships.
Well,
just so that in case that happens, you can try and steal someone else's ship.
Oh, you just want to... Well, luckily you do start out with a pistol, so...
Well...
It's not very good.
But
if you're stealing the ship and they're just in the seat, you can shoot them in the head and it'll be fine.
Or whack them, knock them out a bit.
Yeah. And
slap them around.
For that note, my wife doesn't know this, but you can't actually use guns or kill anybody in the safe zones. Yet.
But you can hit them with the gun.
No.
No? You can't even hit them. You
can't touch them. You can just stare at them very angrily. Which actually becomes a problem, because if they get on your ship, you can't kill them until you leave.
So you get that finger ready.
Yep. But this probably won't happen. It's rarer than you think, and everyone, including the pirates, are going to be renting ships right now, and they don't want a crime stat. Yes, if you do crime, you get a crime stat, and cops will come after you and try to send you to jail. Try not to let that happen, by the way. It's a pain in the ass when you're trying to enjoy the expo. So...
You've been a bad boy.
Yeah. So, most of them are going to leave you alone during the FreeFly event because they want to try out all the cool spaceships too. So, you get in your spaceship before you... There's always one. There's always a Juan out there. So, when you get into your spaceship, you will want to hit F after you start up the spaceship. Right. There's two ways to start up your spaceship. You can hit R and it'll do everything for you, or you can hit faggot button again, and it should be like right in the center of the console. It'll say flight ready. That's what you want to click.
So you push the button F and it says you want to...
Yes. And you can control all the things in the ship by just looking around, holding F. The fart faggot. God, this video is getting longer than I expected. Anyway, so once you do that, though, you should hit F1 again, and it'll bring up this little menu thing, and you should go to comms, and then you should go to friends, and then you need to click...
Yep, right.
And you may say, I don't have any friends, and I'll say, you do in this case, and it's the landing service option. It'll be like there'll be like a global chat, and then it'll say landing service. You want to click that, and then it'll tell the hangar that you want to leave, and it'll open the hangar doors. Otherwise, you will just be in the hangar forever and lost in a sad toy. But once that happens, we get into the actual flying. It's a good time. So, to fly, you basically have space to hover, so go up, control to go down, then... like most flying sims and space games, WSD, the classic WSD format for driving forward to the strafing to the left and right and go reversing, right? W for forward, S for back, A and D for strafing left and right. Yeah, you're in a spaceship. It hovers. Have fun. Also, when you get out of the hangar, and make sure you get out of the hangar, because if you hang out in there too much, little voice will say, you've been there a lot of the time, and whatever, will store your ship and send you back to the spaceport.
You have to go back to the spaceport, go back to that stupid screen,
and restart.
That shit.
Don't worry, it takes a while for that. So, once you're flying out, press N to bring back in your landing gear, because it will affect the way your ship flies. And remember that letter N for when you want to land again, because you'll need it to bring your landing gear back out. That's an important one, guys. So, if you look, there's lots of stuff on your screen. One of the most important one is this bar that has a a white at the bottom and a red on top. Basically, what that's saying is...
You want to be red pilled or white pilled?
Yeah, white pilled will basically... is basically... It's your speed, and when you're in the white bar, you can control your ship completely. But when you're in the red bar, you're traveling too fast. Yeah, I've been there.
I've never been there. That's so interesting.
It is and it isn't. I'm gonna keep the video going. My wife.
Trucker life. Are they going under?
Mm-hmm. Don't you remember those times where we lose connection all the time? That's usually where it happens.
Wow, so you have to have like a C card or something.
Nah, security will let you in. If you have a reason to be there. So basically, to make your ship go even faster, roll up on on your mouse, that little rolly thing in the middle that for some reason I can't think of the name right now. Roll it up and it'll make your top speed faster until it gets to your max. You can hold shift to boost. Just remember, the faster you're going, the harder your ship will be to control. But you really do need to go fast because this game is huge. You have entire planets where you can land anywhere on the planet and explore anywhere you want to go. If you want to just fly around, have a good time. If you want to go to someplace fun or specific, you can hit B and it'll bring up your quantum travel, which will allow you to jump faster throughout the universe. One good spot to go is the space station above the planet, which... Is it Port Tressler? Whatever. It'll have a square icon. Everything else will be like diamonds and circles. The square icon above New Babbage, which is the city you were in, will be the spaceport. You can land on there real quick, and it'll give you an easier spawn point. And yeah, you can practice landing in space. And yeah, that's pretty much it at that point. If you want to do missions, you hit F1 and go to the little icon on the bottom that looks like a piece of paper. That'll be contracts. Now, read the description of each one. If you want to do first-person shooting, remember when we said go to the starport? First, you want to go to the shops on the planet and buy yourself some guns and armor, depending on how much money you have. And then you want to go to your spaceship, and then you want to take your mission and go to wherever it's at. Wow, that took 22 minutes. I thought this would be a 10-minute video. Shoot. But anyway, the FreeFly event started today at Friday the 19th.
That's today.
Yep. So, if I can get this video out this morning, I will. Worst case scenario, I'll send it out tonight, and you guys will be getting it tomorrow. But it'll be a good time. So I hope to see you guys out there. Have fun. And this is a great time to figure out if your computer can hack it, and if you can put up with long load times if you have a subpar computer that can still run it. Let me tell you, that is no small animal. Anyway, this is Grizzly signing out. Hope to see you guys there. Don't forget your fart faggot buttons. And later. Oh, like, subscribe, share, comment, be a butt face. Yeah.